Good morning, Grace. You join me on a fine October day. That beautiful time of year when all the leaves are about to fall. It's like top dead centre of the year for me. And we're about to plunge into the winter. But it's gorgeous to go out. You don't get too hot, you don't get too cold. I decided I'm going to leave my luggage on. I usually, my default is to keep it off the bike. But then you end up at the shops and you can't get anything. Or you carry your tools in your backpack or whatever. So we're going to leave it on there. A few tools, waterproofs, and the 20-litre bag that sits here is rolled up in there. Because you can't really put them on empty. You see, you have to cinch them down when they're not full. And they're only held on with kind of clips, so hooks even. Anyway, J is for Jeopardy, I think we're on today. Excuse the sniffle. Yeah. Let's have a little look down here. I think we might end up going to Little Bradley or Great Bradley and seeing a horsey. What about that? Would that be fun? Go and see a big old horse called Harvey the horse. I think that might be a giggle. What do you reckon? There's somebody with a dog. Two dogs. Yeah, it's such a lovely time of year. Thanks. I wonder what it's like out near Hereford. If you know anyone out that way, ask them. So last time we did I is for Italy, and we went very slowly and it was quite peaceful and quiet, and I thought that's a bit like that Zen traffic guy who's always being so nice to pedestrians and other road users. I thought there's another angle on it. I've unearthed an old digital SLR with an 85mm 1.8 lens, but I don't think it's going to autofocus enough with its tiny little central point to make setting up shots worth it. Anyway, I haven't brought it with me today because I know there are more than one ways to skin this cat, and we don't need necessarily to have long shots and boring setups. It's a bit more of a journal for me, really. Whee! Although I know it'd be nice to see a bit more of the bike, so we'll see. I think when I finish paying for the holiday I've just had, I might end up getting a drone. It is good fun. I watch so much YouTube content. I think just to create, it's a practice, isn't it? And we'll get better at it. Look at this amazing road. Fox Road, eh? We could have gone up that other way again. What's going on here? It's funny, when you get back on a motorbike after 3 hours off it, and unless you're Billy Bolt, I hope you've been watching that Western Beach race. Amazing riding there. It's like a full-on Middle Ages medieval battle. 800 riders in the sand. Wow. So yeah, when you get back on the bike, there's kind of a checklist. You stand up and you think, am I on the balls of my feet? Is my arse sticking out? Are my elbows up and out? Is my head forward and looking up? And as you check each one off, so your position improves and you start to float across the landscape. And it's really a very beautiful experience. Well, I'm not sure how we get up to Little Bradley. I'm flying blind today. Oh, I had a revelation this week. I was looking at all sorts of silicone sprays and things to try and stop my boots squeaking. Of course, the solution is chain lube. You just squirt it in everywhere, and no more squeaks. It's kind of amazing why Alpine Stars don't deliver the boots to you with a bit of lube on them. I do not know, because it's hugely improved them. They're like usable now. So yeah, J is for Jeopardy, for jelly babies, Jerusalem artichokes, the walls of Jericho, and Jumping Jack Flash. Rolling Stones are a funny band, aren't they? It's like they were always there. I don't know. Isn't music wonderful? Wow, that was a bit of a bump. So, maybe I should wind the preload down a bit. No, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Yeah, so luggage always on, preload always up a little bit, which means we've got less suspension travel off-road. So, one thing I was thinking on this trip is that I'd do more cuts, you know, but actually, when it comes down to it, I think one long take is easy peasy, isn't it? So it's Saturday, so there could be anybody out now, or rather there will be people out. Look at this, leaves on the tracks, wrong sort of leaves. Yeah. This is new for me, never ridden through leaves. Once these get wet, I might be packing it in, staying home. Supposed to be going to the enduro track on Monday, but it's supposed to rain heavily, so do we fancy a mud bath? No, I don't think so, not just for the sake of it. I think if I was trapped in the Pyrenees being chased by bandits, then I'd probably have no choice and I'd ride in the mud. But as a weekend warrior who's not really got anything to prove, I'm not sure. It might be good practice to learn to ride in mud on a little closed circuit, but I don't know. So we'll go down here. Kat's looking after the sausage dogs for her friend Cecilia, and so now here's a bit of mud. So let's just see, how do we want to tackle this? I don't think I'm going to ride through it. It's the only bit of mud I'm going to find all day. So I think, oh, I'm just going to go around it. I don't see the need to get all caked up. Interesting. So yeah, you should join me again on some better roads. Oh yeah, quite surprised by how much tyre pressure I'd lost, and I'm putting it down to the drop in temperature. I might be completely wrong about that, but I was on about 25 psi, I think, in the rear, something like that. Anyway, I lost about 6 to 7 psi in both tyres, and that ain't no good. So yeah, check your tyre pressures, kids, and it's like the most important thing. We had a good little maintenance day the other day, so one of the screws has fallen out of the radiator header tank, so that's now zip tied on, and we had a good little going over of things, which was nice. Wow, size of that haystack. We call them haystacks, don't we? They're not haystacks, so maybe we don't call them haystacks. Straw piles. They're the size of a ferry. Little Bradley, Great Bradley. And this is a delicious little part of the country, especially if you've got a horse, because there's lots of great riding to be done around here. such a beautiful time of year. The engine loves the cold air. There's more oxygen in it, and you get better combustion. Oh. This little lane in the spring, we'll come back, God willing, is the most pretty. All these little apple trees, slightly different colours of blossom, cherry trees. It looks gorgeous. We're a sucker for beautiful things, aren't we? Now, what are they? Little apples. So we're looking out for a black Volvo coming the other way, being driven on 2 wheels as Cat rallies it across East Anglia. It's extraordinary. I can drive that car to Oxford and back and there's not a bit of dirt on it. She takes it 10 miles to see the horse, comes back, and it looks like Colin McRae has, God rest his soul, taken it across the fields. It's because the roads are so bad, and look at these. Anyway, we're nearly there. So yeah, when all these leaves get wet, we'll have to be paying attention. National speed limit applies. I believe that's 60 miles an hour. Go on, I dare you. Hiya. What's this? Hey Harvey. Grace, this is Harvey, Cat's pony. Hey, he's a real gentleman. He's the loveliest guy, and he doesn't mind crash helmets either. What's this? Look at him just stood there on his bit of straw, not in a hurry to go anywhere. He's a beast. Look at him. That's 1 horsepower for you. There you go, Grace. Whoops, that's what it looks like. The full outfit. Best boy. That's Harvey. Would you believe? Look at this old church. I think it's Norman, which of course means it's Viking, because the Normans, according to what your dad told me, were given Normandy by King William of France on the condition that they didn't sack Paris, which of course they then did, and they were Vikings. So when the Normans came and took England from King Harold, it was just more bloody Vikings, those Scandinavians. Anyway, so that's Harvey. I'm going to go and get a bite of clown food. I do hope you've been keeping topped up, Grace. Oh, a little fezzy.